My screen is visible, right, people?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Show me, okay? You have created Jalis, right? Jalis Kalyani. Hmm. Now where you want me to go? Akib bhai?
Yes, bhai.
Yeah. Show me where you want me to check.
Uh, in search bar, you can search subscription. Uh, in breadcrumb.
1 minute. No, not in breadcrumb, I would say. Yeah, this is fine. Global admin you have given. Okay. Now I go to subscription. Subscription, I go to the Azure subscription. Okay. On Azure
Okay.
subscription, I go to IAM. Okay. IAM. Now, see role assignment. Okay.
Why this show unknown?
I need to check that. Why it is showing unknown.
Okay.
There is another way to check.
Please let me know I am doing wrong something. Okay.
Uh, See, I'll tell you something. Okay. Who is this Deepak? There are two users for Deepak.
Ocean by actually while creating SOP, I had created that. To
Ah,
suppose I
okay,
had
okay.
it.
Why?
Yeah.
Because see, the roles that you are not giving on the subscription, that might be showing unknown. Some roles you create, some roles you are not giving on the subscription. Let's go to subscription. To go to subscription. It is a best practice, okay? When you wanted to compare things, so you create two tabs, duplicate one tab. Here I am going to open Azure AD, and here is the subscription. Subscription, I go to IAM, and here I go to users. Here I go to role assignment. In the subscription, it is showing these are the users. Owner. See, these are the users. Now, what is this? 2CD, 2CD. So there are two users for Akib. One user. 37107A7 to 2CD. 2CD. You can add filter. Object ID. Let's see if I go over here. Go over here. See, this is the object ID, 2CD. Alright. What is this 2CD is the object ID. So these unknown users are the unknown object. Search by object ID. I go over here. I click on users. I see filters if I have any filters, tenant ID or object ID as a filter. I click on users and go to add filter. Object ID. I click on add. No, no, not here. Wait. Manage view, edit columns. Here I will add object ID. Object ID. See, creation type. Name box. Company, what is this? Company and create. View columns, edit columns, company name and creation type. Save. Now I see the object ID. See, 7107C7, 3371. Now this 3371. Who is this 3371? We will check over here. I don't see any object ID 3371. A07, AC07. A07, AC07. Okay. I have to check that. Why it is showing that one. I tried to compare the object ID, but it's not showing up. There should be some other way to search for the object ID. This is the owner. See, I have removed those roles. Ah, oh, just wait, huh? Just wait. Now I know. Remember that we have registered the resource provider earlier. I told you on the subscription, you go to resource provider.
Yes.
So that was the resource registration.
That was missing.
I have to refresh. Let it be. We will work on it later on. Okay, let's not deviate from our topic. See, whatever these things, no, Akib, you created. I see that you have given the subscription owner. Okay, these things that is a part of SC-300, which is the IAM Microsoft Intra Azure Active Directory. We are going to talk about this in details, but that is the another module that we are going to do it later on. But let's stick to the compute now. Okay.
Okay.
Where were we? Virtual machines. So I click on create. I click on create virtual machine. Okay. This document that I have sent it to you, that is very important. Okay. I was telling you about the nomenclature, right? The machine name. Okay. Whenever we create a resource, then we have to give a unique name. So first is what we are going to we clicked on the service create a virtual machine. There are many things: basic, disk, networking, management, monitoring. But what we will do is we will talk about basics first. So in basics, we have subscription, right? So there are many subscription. I told you earlier that there could be a subscription for sales, subscription region wise, India, Japan, China, okay, or the subscription environment wise, production, testing, development, okay. So you select the appropriate subscription. Right now we only have one subscription, we selected that. Then resource group. So you have these resource group. Visual Studio, I don't know who has. Okay, okay, okay. Visual Studio. Hmm. I click on create new. Create new. I give the name of the subscription. Oh, sorry, resource group. Okay. So in resource group, what we will select test RG resource group. Okay, RG is a short form. I click on OK. Now we have a virtual machine name. So whenever it comes to virtual machine, no, all right. So virtual machine naming is very important. We can't name as an Akib machine. We can't name anything. So it has got some IT standards, right? So what we do is we first thing we mention any virtual machine that is created. We mention if it is on cloud or if it is on on-prem. So if it is on on-prem, so we use HV as in Hyper-V, VM as in VMware, in cloud AWS as in AWS, GC as in Google Cloud, sorry, and AZ as in Azure. Okay. So first is what? AZ, Azure. Then it is what? TST is a test machine, or QA is a test machine. DV is a development machine. UAT is a user exception testing. SBX is a sandbox. And prod is a production machine. Okay, so first is AZ, Azure, then prod, then which region? AU is in Australia, US is in America, UAE is in UAE, IN is in India. Okay, so you mention Azure, sorry, US, prod. Now we will also mention where region, East US, West US, but we mention US only. Let's say we mention East US, East US. Then we mentioned which type of the server it is. Is it an app server? Is a development, sorry, is it a database server? DB? Is it a DC server? Uh, or is it an Active Directory server? AD server. So let's say that this is an application server. So we mention app, APP. Now you have to mention, is it server number one, two server? Because in real environment, company may have more than 1,000 servers or more than 100. So you mentioned that this server is number 15, app 15, or number 14, app 14. Okay. So far clear? Any question?
No, no.
Jalish, Akib, Arshad Bhai, Akib,
No,
other guy. Any
why
question?
whenever
No.
we create a virtual machine name, so we have to go through like that. You put the name like this: Azure product, East USA application 14.
This is,
Everything.
yes, yeah, because I'll tell you why. Right now, during training, it is okay for you, but we are not going to be in training for longer time, right? You are going to hunt for job, you are going to pick up a good job, right? So this is the
Okay.
industry standard. They give you this virtual machine, they just give you the name. By using that name, you should know the other details. At least you should know where this machine is. Is it
Okay.
so AZ means what? Wherever the machine start with AZ, this is the best practices, okay? Industry best practices. AZ means that, oh, this is the Azure hosted machine. Prod, oh, this is the production machine. EU, it could be East US. A app means application server. And the number 14. This is the simple. Okay. Now we have the regions. Where you want to put the regions? Now remember what we have checked. We have checked that um, geographic locations where that Azure is present.
Yes.
Okay. So you go to the regions. I'm not going to check each and every option. Okay. Deploy to an Azure extended regions. I'm not going to go through each and everything. Okay. See. Then availability zone. So there are three things. No infrastructure. There are four things. No infrastructure redundancy required. That means it's okay. We don't want any high availability. Availability zone. In Pune, there is a data center. Now there are three zones: zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. Which zone you want your machine in? Okay. You want in zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. You clicked on it, so three machines will be created. You see? One, two, three. Three different zone. And what is this? Available virtual machine scale set. Remember, I told you about scale up, scale down, scale out, scale in.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is,
Stability.
yeah, scalability. Refer to my old notes, okay? So this is virtual machine scale set. We will talk about this service later on. Then availability set. Availability set, I told you that there are two types of set. One is fault domain and one is update domain. Fault means in one server rack, which has got individual power. That we will discuss about it, okay? Fault domain and update domain. These are a smaller concept because we also need to cover the proximity placement group. So that things we are going to cover. So right now I'm just telling you like how to create a virtual machine and how to access it. Okay. So this is what availability zone. We are not going to put anything. Now this is a security type. Availability options means where you want your machine to be available. It's about the high availability. Security type. Whenever the machine is created, no machine itself has got some security levels. So there are a couple of security levels, such as standard, trusted launch, and confidential. But we will go to standard because high security means access issues. This is not working, that is not working, then we need to whitelist it. We need to, do many configuration settings in the backend. So let's keep as a standard with a basic level of security on your virtual machine. Now, very important. So this is what we have created: the region, the name, okay, what the name should be, where, in which location you want, okay, whether you want in a different location, high availability, security. Now, the main thing we are going to talk about the image. What is the operating system that we are going to select? Now, here there are two things: VM configuration generation. Generation 1, generation 2. What does it say? One or two machine. Huh. So we will use generation 2. Most of the 64 bits of version of Windows are being used by generation 2. So it's better that we keep as a generation 2. It is more advanced than generation 1. Okay. So we will keep it as it is, generation 2. Now we will see all images. I'll tell you how to select the images. Okay. Here, no, you see pricing, operating system. Now, once you click on publisher name, wait, we'll select the operating system first. So what you come over here and you select the operating system. Which operating system you require? See, you have 2016, 2012, 2012, older server 2022 as well we have. Okay. Currently we also have 2025. So let's say that we wanted to select Windows 2019. So how many servers are there in 2019? 461. Let
461.
let's select let's select 2019 server. Okay, Windows 2000. We also have the other options. See, CentOS, Debian, Red Hat, Ubuntu. We can select these options. So we will select Windows 2009. Now we go to the publisher type. Now there are, see, publisher type means what? That Microsoft, they have their plain operating system. They have not made any changes, and partners, according to their needs, according to their software, they have made changes in the operating system and they have selected their own versions. So will go with Microsoft. Okay. So there are only 21 operating systems. Now you see, what you have: 2017, SQL 2019, Windows Server. These many things you have got. These many services. You have SQL. Bring your own. BYOL means bring your own license. These are license. Okay. Power BI. These are a type of operating systems. What we do is we select this Windows Server. So in 2019, there are many machines. Okay. So there are in machines also now there are some editions: standard edition, data center edition, core edition. Okay. These are the many editions. Server, whenever you see anything as a server core, no, server core editions means it will not give you this GUI. It will be on a command line. It will be similar to Linux. Okay. We will select this one. Which server we selected? 2019, right? Where do you
Yes,
see
19
2019?
Gen 2.
Gen 2. This is the selection. Now we selected this machine, Gen 2. Okay. Now there are two options, 64 and ARM 64. Always select 64. Okay. If you want to see any clarification, you just hover, it will tell you. ARM 64, there are some challenges, okay, with the software compatibility. Also that it is on lower price, but X64, most of the things are compatible. Okay. You have to see unselect this, okay? Run with Azure Spot discount. Now, a very important thing, the size. What size you want to go with? Here, what does it say? Request quota, refresh quota. The current is unavailable in East US for this subscription. This size is currently not available. Which this size? We will click on see all sizes. So remember I told you about the quotas. So you select which size you want. See, these are the size. Whenever you see A in this one, okay, A in the size, okay, that means it belongs to AMD. If you don't see A, that means this belongs to Intel.
So the Hussein bhai, hello.
Yeah, please tell me. I'm listening. I'm sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah. Oh.
Mm.
So the question is that so size will be depend upon the what we have to provide on the VM machine, right?
Correct. Absolutely correct. See, I have shared you one document. Okay. Now you go to that document. Size for the virtual machine in Azure. So it applies to what Linux, Windows, flexible, uniform, these machines. Okay. Now, what is the size? Okay. Purpose. Enterprise grade application, relational database, in-memory caching, data analytics. You use D family. What is the purpose? A family is just for testing purpose. Entry level. B family is burstable. Then we have D family. Then we have DC family. It comes with the confidential computing. Now, F family is for what? Web servers, application servers. Then if you are talking about the designing, electronic design automation, EDA, so then you use FX family. Okay. So these are the family. Now, this is storage. If you want the high storage, data warehousing, data lakes, then you use L family. And if you wanted to use for rendering, okay, for wherein GPU is required, so you use NC, NG, NV family. If you want to use for machine learning, so then you use NP family. So these are the list of the families. Okay, any questions?
All good so far.
All good? Let's do one thing. Okay, let's talk about West Europe and we will East US. We will change the name West EU. West EU. And this is what? No zones, no infrastructure required. Huh? Now I go to all sizes. Now here you will see B series. You see this B series. Here you will see B series. 2 cores, 16 GB, 262.
So Senpai, it means US is not using B series, East zone.
See, B series, I would say that it is the old hardware. Whenever the new hardware comes in, okay, they use the different series. Now, they can't give data center, it has to be upgraded, right? They can't give you the old hardware, no. So it
Yeah.
totally depends on the quota. Let's say if it is available, but someone is already using it. Now it is not available.
Okay.
So there are many factors. So this is B series BSV2. Now what does that document says? I want you guys to read that documentation. Like how we have the naming convention, okay, of the virtual machine. So similarly, this DCADVS, this will tell you about family. This will tell you about subfamily. A is a feature, okay. D is a local storage. What storage it is? Okay. S means it is a premium storage. V is a version. Which version? So this is also a short form. All right.
Yes.
So here what we will do is we will select this one, this series. DS4V3. Let me select this. Now username. Username I'll keep it as your user. Okay. And password I will keep capital AZURE cloud @APR 2026. Also cloud @APR 2026. Okay. This is the username and password I have kept. Once the machine is created, we need to log in, no, to the machine, right? So for that, what we require username and password. Okay. Now this is very important thing. Public inbound ports. So these are the 4 common ports. HTTP, HTTPS, SSH and RDP. What is HTTP and HTTPS? This is generally used in a layman's term. Both these are used to access the internet. HTTP and
Internet.
HTTPS. HTTP is what? Google.com. It goes to HTTP google.com if it is not secured. HTTPS was when it is secured, it will go through this port. What is SSH? SSH is secure shell. This is for Linux. And what is RDP? RDP is a remote desktop. Now, why this port is required, I'll tell you. We have created a machine. Now we want to access the machine. So we have to take the RDP over the internet. So we will keep this port. For now, let's keep 1, 2, 3, 4 ports, inbound ports. Okay. Then now click on disk. Now disk. By default, the OS disk is what? 127 GB. By default. Later on, you can select 128, 256, 152, 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte. OS disk. OS disk means what? C drive. Okay. Now here you have standard SSD, premium SSD, standard HDD, standard SSD. We will create what? Standard SSD. There are many things. Local, zonal. What is this? Local. Data is replicated within a single data center. Zonal service. Availability zone 1, 2, 3. Data is replicated to 3 zone. If the data will replicate to 3 zone, that means the cost is higher. So we will keep it as a standard SSD. Okay. Delete with VM. When the VM will delete, the disk will also get delete. So you select this box. If you want that this to be utilized somewhere else, then we uncheck this box. Okay. Then key management. Key management, keep it as it is. We will cover this also. Platform manage key. Okay. And what is this? Data disk for? That means you are creating an additional disk. I guess I have to stop and start a new meeting. Allow me some time, people.